Now, I'm not sure if this is a video that I want to make because there is a chance that police officers could be knocking on my door to take me to prison if I upload something about Islam or something that they would accuse me of being Islamophobic or label as hate speech. But let's find out, shall we? Anyway, I was on YouTube and I was watching a few videos, and then I saw a clip come up of Asmongold. Now, I've been watching Asmongold clips for about a year now, and even though I've never watched a live stream of his because I don't have Twitch, I do enjoy his content on YouTube and the videos that he uploads. Now, I came across this video here of the BBC trying to persuade the general public that dogs are, how can I put it, not necessary. Because that's pretty much what they're saying. And the reason why they're saying this and they're pushing this is because as England and the UK are becoming more Islamic, the Islam community do not like dogs whatsoever. They're scared of dogs. So they want to get rid of the family pet now. And if you decline this, then you're gonna be Islamophobic. And the rest of the buzzwords they use to hold you down and make you feel guilty. Now, I'm gonna play the video for you now and then I'll be right back.
All becoming too dog friendly, from coffee shops, restaurants and retailers like IKEA, Zara and John Lewis. Dog friendly spaces are becoming easy to come by. There are 13.5 million pet dogs in the UK and 36% of households own at least one dog. But people who are allergic to dogs or afraid of them say that the rise of these dog friendly spaces is a concern.
Now, the reason why they don't want dogs is because in England we don't have anything to protect ourselves. We don't have any weapons, we don't have any guns, we don't have nothing that the average family man can protect himself against a threat. We're not allowed to use knives, we're not allowed to use baseball bats, we're not even allowed to use pepper spray. So people are going to buy dogs and animals to protect their families, and reasonably so. And as the increase of pet ownership rises, the increase of fear among the Islam community rises. And because we have the Labour Party, who is run by Keir Starmer, the guy who loves bending over for Islam, Keir Starmer would do anything to protect the Islam community over the general British public. Now, as the Asmongold video continued, there was a Keir Starmer video attached to that, and Keir Starmer was talking about the fear that the Islamic community has to go through in this country. And it just made my blood boil because what he said, the general people of Britain have that same fear, if not more. And the Labour Party just ignores our cries for help and ignores the citizens' cries for help and continue to bow down to a very violent ideology over their own citizens. Now, I want to play that video for you now, and I will jump in and out of it because I would like to address a few things with you. So I'll play the video for you now.
We've seen a devastating rise in Islamophobia, leaving people feeling fearful and unsafe in their own country.
What, do you mean like British people being in fear living in the country that they were born into, that their grandfathers died in World War II to protect this nation? What about the little kids that are being gang molested and women that are being molested on beaches and in alleyways and in hotels by these people? What about us? What about these people?
I've heard firsthand of women wearing hijab who are too scared to travel by public transport, of Muslim families being abused as they leave the mosque. The surge in Islamophobia is simply appalling. Muslim women and girls disproportionately targeted.
And Christian women and Christian young girls are not being targeted? We had children being gang raped by Islamic migrants in this country. These men recorded what they did. They laughed on camera as they spat on these children, on these young teenage girls. And the government, who knew about this, hid it because they didn't want to be called racist. So this happened for 4 years, that our government, our police, knew that these young girls were being gang molested and did nothing. What about us? What about our sisters, our daughters, our mothers? You don't give a flying fuck about us, do you?
Ramp up security, and British Muslims questioned as if they are terrorists.
They are terrorists. You want to know who told us this? You fuckers did. After September 11th, the British government, as well as the American government, turned around and told their citizens that Islam were the enemy, that Muslims and Islam are the terrorists.
To defeat Islamist extremism, we need a strategy that is comprehensive. Defeating Daesh or ISIS is only a necessary beginning, and force alone will not prevail. The challenge goes far wider and deeper than the atrocities of the jihadist fanatics. The Islamist ideology has also to be confronted. But a continued failure to recognize the scale of the challenge and to construct the means necessary to meet it will result in terrorist attacks potentially worse than those in Paris.
I call upon all nations to do everything they can to stop these terrorist killers. Thank you. Now watch this drive.
It was people like you who told us that. You're saying that we've been radicalized? Yes, we have. For the last 20 years, you, the government, have radicalized young British boys. You told us that we are either we're with you or we're with the terrorist killers. Saddam Hussein, Colonel Gaddafi, Bin Laden, all these people that you told us, the general public, the British public, that they were terrorists. Muslims were evil, bad. You said that. You created computer games so young boys can play and simulate murdering Muslims. And don't say you didn't. We had Call of Duty, for fuck's sake. It was you lot that radicalized us. Nobody else. You. People who were born in 2002 grew up to go to a war in the Middle East against Islam. That's how long that fucking war lasted. And then 20 years later, the people that you helped radicalize, and then you do a 180 and turn around and say, these people are far right racist. Fuck you. Can you imagine, right, if Winston Churchill, after World War II, opened our borders to hundreds of thousands of German men, right after World War II. No women, no children, just a shitload of German men, and the British public in World War II in 1945 had to pay hotel accommodation for hundreds of thousands of German young fighting men. And then, when these German men roam our streets and start molesting children and killing people and stabbing people, Winston Churchill turns around and says to the nation, stop being Nazi-phobic. You see how fucking ridiculous that sounds? Now, like I said, I don't know if this video is able to be uploaded. If it does, I don't know how long it will be until I get a knock at the door. Because we really are living like that film, V for Vendetta. It really is happening like this. This is George Orwell 1984, without a shadow of the doubt. This country has been sold behind the general public's back without us knowing. And we're starting to see results of it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will hopefully see you again, or you'll see me again. If you want to subscribe, please do so. Hit the comment section, let me know what you think, and I will see you again next time, hopefully.